Hello, everyone. This is Rachel Hansel with the Louisiana Film Prize here with another Top 20 Filmmaker interview. But first, I want to remind everyone that Prize Fest is October the 15th through the 19th, with Louisiana Film Prize films playing the 17th and the 18th. Now, we have director Mr. Eric Kirton with his film Disorder. Welcome, Eric.
Hi, how's it going?
It's great. Thanks for being here. Eric, I know you. Lots of people know you and your family. You're like some filmmaking royalty around our community. But tell us who you are and kind of your background in filmmaking.
Right, so I'm Eric Mason Curtin. I'm 25, from Shreveport, Louisiana, born and raised. My filmmaking journey pretty much started as a kid. I grew up as an actor. Both my parents are actors, and so it's kind of hard to avoid that when you grow up around it. So I just became fascinated with it, and I've been acting since I was like a little kid. I mean, I've been around sets a lot, and so I wanted to try my hand at doing the dirty work of like, directing and seeing how that goes.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about Disorder, your film this year.
Yeah. So this is a very personal story. I don't want to give too much away, but this is basically an account that I went through in middle school, being a kid with ADHD, growing up in the early 2000s when that kind of still was in its infancy of being understood. And so a lot of the accommodations weren't really in place yet. And so it's just navigating that and really breaking the stigma around ADHD.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just sort of tapping into that side of it that not a lot of people see.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell me what it was like making this and what was it like choosing a young Eric?
That honestly was such a long process of debating. It's funny because once I wrote it didn't really like occur to me until it was actually time to make it. And like,
Mhm.
oh, I actually have to cast it. Writing it was a really fun process. I was on a FaceTime call with one of my friends, and it was just 3 hours of the fastest typing I've ever typed in my life. And then it was just months and months of going back to it, changing a line here and there, editing something, cutting something out, adding something back in. And then once I had the finished product, it was time to cast it. And, I do a lot of shows with Stage Center. And so I knew about a lot of the kids that come through their school program or their classes. And Morgan really caught my eye. I knew of him a while ago because Rob Sinska, who actually was my DP on this, me and him came together to make a Power Rangers fan film, and Morgan was on the set of that. And that was the first time I met Morgan. I was like, this kid's really fun. And so he was always sort of on the back of my mind. And then whenever I put two and two together, it was magic.
Cool. Well, so how would you rate your first like film? Wait, was this your first film that you made by yourself?
First film I've ever wrote, first film I've ever directed.
Okay, so how was it? Would you do it
Oh,
again?
it was such a great experience. I mean, honestly, it was probably I want to say a 10 out of 10. It was so much fun. Everyone was super on top of it. It was fun every day. I would love to direct again. I would absolutely love to direct again. Producing, that's a different story. Making a film is hard.
That's
Directing it is
another ball of
fun.
wax, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, so Eric, you've been to Film Prize plenty of times before, but never as a filmmaker. So how excited
Yeah.
are you to bring your film to the festival?
Like even just being in the top, like submitting my film alone was incredible enough. Getting into the top 20 was I'm elated. I'm that's all I could have asked for. I don't care if I win. I mean that would be amazing, don't get me wrong. But like just getting in the top 20 is such like a huge achievement in and of itself. I'm so excited because I've like I said, I've acted in films that have been in the film prize before, but as like a filmmaker, when it's like it's your baby, it's just the feeling is so much more intimate and personal and just I can't wait.
Well, and then so what would you say to people that maybe have never been down before? Like, why should they come down? I mean, for one thing, you know that this year the winner will be Oscar eligible, which is a huge
Yeah,
thing.
that's huge. I mean, so about 3 years ago, my parents entered a film called Credit that got into the top 20. And for the past, and like 2 years after Film Prize, they were just taking it to film festival, to film festival, to film festival, to film festival. And the consensus that they came up with is like, just the energy surrounding Film Prize. And I've been to a couple, and I can like absolutely second this statement. The energy surrounding Film Prize is unlike anything you'll ever see. The sense of community and sense of like togetherness that everyone has whenever they attend is something you won't find anywhere else. And especially with like other film festivals, you'll maybe see one film if you get the right chance at the right day at the right time that you really like, and then that's it. But with Film Prize, you are going to see all 20 films. Even if you miss a day, you can catch up 2 days later. Like everyone is so willing to work with each other and like talk about films because that's the whole point is that people are making films because they love making them. They just love the art of filmmaking. And it's just it's a huge celebration through and through.
Yeah, and you're not only getting to see those films as the audience member, you get to actually vote on them. So 50% of the vote is by the audience. So that means that as an audience member, you can help choose an Oscar eligible film, which is cool. All right.
Yeah,
Thanks so much. We're so excited to have you down at the festival this year. We'll see you October 15th through the 19th. So let's do a Viva at the end to round us off. All right, you ready?
absolutely.
All right, 1, 2, 3, Viva!
Viva!